Good job, Hayden.
Yeah. This one is by Conkler Online. Good to see you, bro. He's about to get married here. What is something you wish you knew when you first got married? I'll go from the guy's perspective. She doesn't think like me, and that's a good thing. Because it's true. Like, and if you're dating, if you're engaged, if you're newly married, you're not going to think like each other. And that's a good thing. I heard somebody say, if you both think the same way, then one of you is not needed. So, you ever heard that? Yeah, it's like,
We think the same on something.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it's like if nobody's bringing something different to the equation, then it's like, how are you helping better the relationship, grow the relationship, that kind of thing. I don't think it was in every single instance. You can always, anyways. But yeah, so I would say that's one thing. I was talking about this with my men's group, and it's James 1:19. Be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to get angry. One of the things that we talk about with slow to get angry is that you lose your temper, and losing the word temper comes from I think it's temperamentum. It's a Latin word, and it basically means to have the right mixture.
That sounds like an Avenger.
Temperament. That's a bad guy though.
Yeah.
Temperamentum. So the quick to listen means that I want to understand first before I am ready to answer. Quick to listen, slow to speak. So I'm like waiting. I want to make sure that what I'm saying is going to bring something that's beneficial to the conversation. And slow to get angry, slow to lose my temper. Because it says it doesn't produce the righteousness of God. There's something that God wants to produce in your relationship, in your marriage, in your life. And your anger is not going to produce that. So as opposed to thinking like, how can I be right about this? Going, how am I going to produce from this what God wants to see produced? So that's something I wish I knew earlier on. Not that I was a very angry person, but I just feel like I wanted to be right all the time. Well, something you wish you knew.
How to keep life rhythms better.
Oh my gosh.
I think if you can learn, that bus is really loud. Wow.
Buzz.
Bussin'? No. I wish I had known how to do life rhythms better.
Yeah.
And by life rhythms, I mean like systems that you put in place in your life that help you live your life successfully. A lot of times I think, and I mean, we're working on this right now. We're in a season where we really feel like God is saying, hey, you need to shore up your life systems, the things that you're doing, because you feel out of control because your systems are out of control.
Yeah.
And so having good systems as a teenager, even like, do your laundry so that you're not rushing around before school and you can't find your PE shirt. You know what I mean? Like find a system for your laundry, figure out how to start managing your money and paying attention to your money, figure out how to balance your time. Like your assignments are getting turned late because you're not writing down what your assignments are and planning out your week. You know, if you don't have somebody in your life that can do that with you, like talk to your parents, obviously, first, but then find a leader, find somebody older than you that you respect that does have their life kind of in a good routine. Mm-hmm. If you've got a friend that's really good at turning their assignments on time, figure out what they do. I bet you they use their planner. You know what I mean? Like there's going to be stuff like that. And honestly, a lot of our like struggle with our life in our marriage, I could point back to systems.
Yeah. For sure.
And things that we could do better in like time management and money management or things like that. So I would say get good at that now, because then you can carry that into your marriage as something like to offer your spouse. Like, hey, I'm good at managing my life. I am good at taking care of money. And you know what I mean? Like I'm good at developing systems in our home that help everybody, you know?
Yeah. So if you're like Conkler, you're newly married, or if you're somebody else watching, you're engaged, whatever it is, start those systems now. Talk about them now. Get them in place now, because then when you have kids, it's going to blow it out of the water. You need to know how to put new systems into place. But having them to start out with would be great. So that's what I wish we